Today's presentations is on a different and new initiatives on Indian young athletes development by Brain Mastery community. This is Shankar Majumdar is presenting this initiative's blueprint. Vision is developing youth by accelerating their inborn talents and potentials. Mission is to reach each and every youth so that we can help them to use their potential, providing them appropriate training. Just imagine if famous archer Limbaram, instead of archery, was asked to become a dancer, what would have been happened to Limbaramji? Brady Allison, instead of archery, was forced to become a singer, what would have happened to Brady Allison? And if our Sachin Tendulkar would have been forced to become an actor, what would have been to all of these elite people? All these elite people, all elite class who becomes elite class, unknowingly use their inborn intelligence in our India. Now, a new method, scientific method has developed since 1970 when Russians used this method. I will be discussing, I'm teaching all these methods called DMIT and ATD angle measurement. Limbaramji was a village person and he came to limelight in archery in India. We all know him. We all love him. I put our due respect. They have all become elite. Limbaramji, Brady Allison, Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, they all have become elite and possibly unknowingly they have used their inborn intelligence. Now, when we select our athletes, and specifically we'll talk about archers, as because I have a deep connections in archery. Does the newly selected archers have inborn sport skill? How to know the inborn intelligence of selected archers? Do you have any idea about this? No, you don't have any idea about selecting through fingerprints. Today, I will be presenting the most important for Indian athletes DMIT and ATD angle measurements for athletes. Normally, we all selected archers or sportsperson in India get the same opportunity, same academy, they get the practice, ground is same, quality equipments are same, physical training are same, technical training are same, technical and fitness gyms and coaches are same, age groups are same, nutritions are same, systems are same, facilities are same. Then why? Let us ask these questions to ourselves. Why few archers are brilliant, some are average, some are below average? We can see different type of archers and their results. Let us be honest to us and let us ask ourselves, in
कि
spite
बच्चे
of
जो
giving
जंगल
all
में रहते हैं,
facilities
अब
as
इनको जितना खाना पीना मिलना
international
चाहिए उतना नहीं
standard,
मिलता है, मेल न्यूट्रिशियस बच्चे हैं।
what all
तो जब
are
मेल
missing
न्यूट्रिशियस
in
बच्चे हैं तो
Indian
ज़्यादा
sports
जो टैलेंट
to
इनका जो बाहर निकलना चाहिए
create
वो उनको
elite
एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता है,
athletes,
उनको प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिलता है।
specifically elite archers
तो यहाँ आने के बाद
in
हमारे
India?
पास आने के बाद
What
ये
are
देखा
those
गया है
things
कि कुछ
missing?
बच्चे ऐसे हैं कि जो 2 महीने 3 महीने
This is what our initiatives of Brain Mastery community select the young archers through fingerprint scanning test and ATD angle measurement. This is a condition in village. There are many tribals. They have made India proud in athletes. And archery is one of the most important games in tribal area. Science believes that every child has inborn talent. Let us take care of that. That is gifted talents, I will say. Discover whatever the gifted talents, inborn talents a child has, discover it by DMIT and learn them how to find it out, help the children, reinforce the talent, and with well-trained coaches and trainers, and if we discover this talent early, we would be able to apply learning curve over it and it can be converted into well-trained talents. And what will happen if we ignore, then learning curve may or may not be applied, and the children's gifted talents maybe get buried. How to find out the innate or inborn intelligence in the foundation to make one genius? How to find out this? The answer is DMIT and ATD angle measurement. What is this DMIT and ATD angle? DMIT is Dermatographics Multiple Intelligence Theory, started by Professor H. Gardner. Dermatographics Multiple Intelligence Test is a scientific method which tells about functional capacity of brain, inborn talents and potentials, learning style. All these things can be identified through fingerprint. This is a 1,000-year-old concept and modern science has been researching on it since 300 years. Here I would like to mention that Russians tried this method DMIT in the year 1970, and the result came out in 1972 Munich Olympics, where Russians won record medals in those Olympics. Why we cannot do that? There are some pictures I have shown here what is meant by fingerprints in the central jaw area, and other two pictures I am helping children to find out their inborn talents. A boy of 7 standard is trying to find out along with his parents what is his inborn talents, and a girl of standard 12 also tried this DMIT method, and it was shown to them the total method and the result. Very simple things, very scientific. We all Indian athletes and school children must adopt this method. Now let us discuss about what is ATD angle in DMIT. ATD angle is a very simple method to find out the capacity of left hand and right hand. ATD angle indicates the inward learning capacity. 10 fingerprints taken in DMIT, where each finger has a peculiar and specific functions shows through the fingerprints. ATD angle less than 35 degrees will be the best. He will be the best athletes and best students among others. What does it indicate, this ATD angle? Right brain, left brain has sharp observation powers, agile task performing ability and delicate fine movement skills if the angle is less than 35 degrees is most required method or required steps for selecting the Indian athletes in the beginning. ATD angle and learning capabilities is what is the speed at which the information travels in the brain, travels through the cells in the brain. There are about 100 billion neurons in our human brain. It is always moving and functioning. ATD degrees reflects the brain and muscle coordination important for the athletes, football, cricket, archery, badminton, everything. Ability to conveying the transmitting information. All the information is transmitted through sight. We absorb all the information through our five senses. What are those senses? Sight, by seeing, by hearing, by smelling, or by tasting, to neurons and delivered to brain for analysis. It is captured by the senses and sent to the brain, and the brain will analyze according to the conception, perceptions of a person and decide about the progress or accepting or non-accepting the things. Now, brain fingerprint relation. What is the relation between brain and fingerprint? Intelligence of a human depends upon the neuron distributions in brain. Neuron distribution takes place at the time of development of human brain and fingerprints around 13 to 20 weeks during pre-birth stage in mother's womb. The development time of fingerprints and brain are same time. When fingerprints develop, the brain also develops. There are correlation between hand fingerprints and brain. It is so important to know a person, a child, through his fingerprints. The type of fingerprints human being reflect the structure of neuron distribution in the brain. It is said that if a child has no brain, the child will not have the fingerprint also.
Have a lasting impact on the architecture of the developing brain. Genes provide the basic blueprint, but experiences shape the process that determines whether a child's brain will provide a strong or weak foundation for all future learning, behavior, and health. During this important period of brain development, billions of brain cells called neurons send electrical signals to communicate with each other. These connections form circuits that become the basic foundation of brain architecture. Circuits and connections proliferate at a rapid pace and are reinforced through repeated use. Our experiences and environment dictate which circuits and connections get more use. Connections that are used more grow stronger and more permanent. Meanwhile, connections that are used less fade away through a normal process called pruning. Well-used circuits create lightning-fast pathways for neural signals to travel across regions of the brain. Simple circuits form first, providing a foundation for more complex circuits to build on later. Through this process, neurons form strong circuits and connections for emotions, motor skills, behavioral control, logic, language, and memory during the early critical period of development. With repeated use, these circuits become more efficient and connect to other areas of the brain more rapidly. While they originate in specific areas of the brain, the circuits are interconnected. You can't have one type of skill without the others to support it. Like building a house, everything is connected, and what comes first forms a foundation for all that comes later.
This video explains the importance of fingerprints and brain cells development. Brain dominance. This is again a very important slide. Each fingerprint scanning will indicate left and right brain dominance. We have in our brain we have two hemispheres, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, that is left brain and right brain. Left brain controls the right hand side and right brain controls the left hand side. In DMIT, all the 10 fingers of 5 fingers each of each left hand and right hand is taken the fingerprints, and that fingerprints will analyze a person is logical, organized, skills and management skills, having management skills and organization skills, logical skills, memory, and all these things through left brain, that is right hand fingerprints. And right brain and left hand fingerprints will be a right brain person is a creative person. All elite peoples, they have more dominance of right brain, and the training is to equalize the functions of left brain and right brain. This is what is shown here, the brain dominance. It is what is being done in DMIT test. Analyzing and counseling is through this basis. Now, DMIT is assessment of multiple intelligence, special importance on sports skills. This is what is I am trying to discuss about this, and it is said that all children have one of 8 multiple intelligence. One must be there out of 8 intelligence, that is music, body smart, that is sports person, picture smart, that is visual, and sight, all those things, all 5 senses, all these create multiple intelligence. We can find out from DMIT test. What does DMIT reveals? DMIT is a map or a goal of life. Map or goal is the most essential things for every journey. When we start driving, we have a map in front of us and we drive accordingly, drive to any unknown places through the guidance of the map, and the goal is our destiny. A person with map goal is sure of his or her success, while a person without map or goal faces more difficulties. Obvious, we must have a goal. Benefits of DMIT. There are many DMIT benefits. Some of them I will be discussing here. DMIT fingerprint scanning report helps to understand athletes or students' psychology, learning pattern, strength and weaknesses, choose the proper way towards success, can identify athletes' unique talent and expertise, will help to guide for upcoming futures. This test helps to understand the balancing level of archer's left and right brain. As I told, it is important to balance both the right brain and left brain. Through this report, you will be able to understand the archer's brain if it is under or overutilized. Now the question is, DMIT test is scientific or medical basis? It is both. DMIT is based on many research by scientists, medical science of genetics, embryology, dermatographics, brain science. We can accurately analyze the multiple intelligence and potential of personality. There are so many scientific evidence and research which proves that different part of human brain is responsible for different type of human activities. We know something about this. Quality of functional capacity depends on neuron distribution in the brain, and fingerprints and brain has correlation between them. Now what will happen and what is happening if we don't go for DMIT for archers or in fact for all athletes of India. We are seeing that result. We don't get many Olympic golds by our athletes, and archers never got a gold medal. I am trying to show a path with holding your hands. I can show the path, but you have to walk through. You have to drive through your destination. I will show you the roadmap. I will show you the goals of each person. We know that if we are not using DMIT, then what is happening to us? We use trial and error method or experimental method on each archer. Give pressurized archer to be top during practice. Give pressures on archers by aggressive way. Compare one archers with others. Now what is happening? What is the result coming out? Spend lot of money and efforts for irrelevant purpose. Waste about 4 to 5 years to understand the archers. Finally, if archers cannot reach to top despite of applying all these facilities, processes, we blame the archers or think that he or she is not talented at all. We must change our thinking process, procedures in a scientific way. Inborn learning style. As I told that we learn, each of us learn through our senses, analyze this in our internal world and take action accordingly. What we do auditory, there are auditory learners prefers to learn through auditory senses, that is oral, verbal, practice and able to assimilate, organize and arrange oral information. And other is visual learners. They are sharp observation, they have sharp observation, visual differentiation and prefers to learn through observation and reading. And kinesthetic learner is good in expressing their feelings through language, prefers to learn and memorize operation and movement through physical movement. Now understand the DMIT methodology so that you can also have your DMIT test done. First is fingerprint capturing, then high-end analysis. Very important. Both these basic things are important. Taking a correct fingerprints of 10 fingers and analyzing correctly high-end. High technique is applied to analyze the fingerprints, and a report of DMIT is generated, and then counseling, how to achieve those things. Now this is what I thought is important for Indian sports. I am working on that. I request all of you to come forward and join our initiatives and make India proud in all Olympics. Your child needs skills to success, not the certificates. The price of education is paid once, but the price of ignorance is paid forever. Please remember this. Let us join hand and start working on our youth generations in sports, in education, in all development of younger people. Thank you so much for listening. This is Shankar Mojumdar from Brain Mastery Community. My details, contact informations are given. I hope we all go ahead and take this initiatives of finding inborn talents in our youth, children, kids, and start developing India in top of the world. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.